I need to sort myself out, but hopefully getting a job might help that. I feel like I'm taking a step forward.
Well, if they extended the shelter, then we're there a bit longer. If we're not housed, then we're back out on the street.
You're beautiful. He's going to miss you when you go to France. Where's my lotion?
Oh, I hate it here. My boyfriend went to prison, so obviously didn't want to be on my own in Brighton and stuff. So come back here. There's more support here, so I'm not on my own, but I bloody hate it. I'm staying with my other half's family at the moment, which is really nice because they can support me and I can support them.
What do you mean thanks for that? It should be me saying thanks for that.
I've got liver cancer, thank you.
All right, apologise then.
I'm going to the Seaview Centre to see if they can write me a letter to take to Nationwide so I can set up a bank account because I've got no ID. I haven't got anything. I lost my passport, but I don't have a bank card, and obviously I have no proof of address or anything like that, so I sort of just lost everything along the way. I've always been like spoon-fed my whole life by social services. So since I've turned 18, I'm having to do everything like an adult, finding it really strange. I can feel myself downward spiralling very quickly, but I can't do that now, I'm an adult. There are loads of drugs in Hastings. Loads of drugs. I'd say I'm quite easily manipulated when it comes to drugs. And you never know with drugs. I lost my best friend, and take one thing and you'll die. So that's another reason why I don't want to do it. Because I don't want to die.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Here's a mess. The shelter now over, I'm not in there no more. Ended on Mother's Day, unfortunately. Everyone was meant to be housed. Like, the whole reason it was hard to get in there, they didn't want to put anyone back on the street afterwards. You know, now it feels like when it's over, it's like it's never happened. My sleeping bags keep getting nicked as well. So like I don't sit when I'm sitting out. I don't sit out with a sleeping bag anymore. You know, it's happened to us quite a few times. Like they took our tent with everything in quite a few times. So that's how I've got no ID or anything. Yeah, this is it. That's where I am. I try and look at like I said, I try and look like someone's sleeping. I need new shoes. My docks are literally breaking. Yeah, that's what I need next. I can't see lunch.
didn't think you was going to find me. I'm on a different side.
I know. I was looking over there, and I thought the bin might have hid you.
Someone was there at first, so I come over here, and then I looked up and he was gone. But I'd already chalked on the ground, so.
Oh, but I say, you're going to go over there.
It's getting busy again now, son. You ain't got a coffee. I ain't got anything to drink. Can you bring me a drink?
I don't need to drink either. I'll get you one.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Fair enough.
Hey. I am back. Going to France. That was very short-lived. I'm not back on the streets. I got back to England and I went back to see Nikki. So I had an interview after the weekend on the Monday, and then I got the place, basically. I moved in on the same day, and this is that place. I am really, really pleased, especially how soon it actually took for me to get in this place. I was expecting it to be a bit of a process, to be fair, but everyone was really amazing and sorting it out as soon as possible at the council. I have an intention of going to college. I've got a few steps I need to do before I get there. It's the military prep college. Yeah, preparing for the army. Not going in the army, but, you know. I've got all this stuff that will go in there. And pasta. I get all this stuff from the food bank. All of this stuff, right, they basically said that they've given it to me, and when I move out, that's what I get to take with me. So yeah, well, that's mine. It can be quite isolated. That's the main thing that I find most difficult about being in here. Mainly I just sit here and, you know, on YouTube basically, listening to music. Just to make it less quiet in here. But even with the music, like, it doesn't seem to make a difference. Don't know why.
I'm knackered. Look at my sugars. Yeah, my Falcon sugars. Over 10. It used to be like 15, but I've cut down a bit. And then some chocolate. I love hazelnut syrup. That's really nice. Coffee, a cigarette. Hopefully I wake up a bit. Oh. I'm under 25, like, and that is one of the brackets of sort of helping people, so, and I'm female, there should, you know, I should be quite high risk, really, but I'm not for some reason. So we've signed forms for the next stage hostels and everything, but even then it's going to be a waiting game, like. I love my boots, always love boots. We're at a charity shop down the road. Right, isn't they? The police are really cracking down now. Like, someone even got arrested for begging the other day. Now, Bristol was like this in the end. We had things called injunctions in Bristol, where we weren't allowed to sit, loiter, approach people with intentions of begging. Now, Lance got put in prison for 8 days on remand for it. In a whole 6 years, we've never been apart that long. It was horrible.
You all right, love? Do you look fag? Tea and cookies, how's that?
Doing it, love.
Do you have your fun then tonight, eh?
A lot of the guys on the streets, they always looked out for me and, you know, just from a distance sort of thing, but they were around. So it's nice to still keep contact in a way. It's not even just like coming down and giving food and drinks and all of that, it's seeing everybody as well. Hey guys.
Hello. Hey, come to hide in my hidey corner. Hey, darling, there's sugar and that, and there's cookies.
Who wants a cookie?
Being on the streets becomes your normal. So when you're put in a house or a flat or a room, it's not your normal. I mean, look, I was homeless like 20 years ago, 25 years ago, right on the streets, and I still can't sleep in a bed. I have to sleep on the floor or the sofa. Put me in a bed, I'm like... You put a street person in a house or in a flat,
They've just left it,
and then you're left there, set up to fail, and it's like, what the fuck? Sorry to swear, but it really pisses me off.
Noodles, sit down, please.
Noodles, get in there. Oh yeah, Noodles is a new addition. Hello, Noodles. Our friend has gone away for a little while, so we are Noodles' godparents. We've looked after her a couple of times before, because I've been doing pretty crap lately. I've not been making much, so Noodles reels in the goodies. Yeah, these ones, nice one. I've needed socks for ages.
I think over like a week and a half, I've probably changed them twice.
Yeah, I mean, with me, I can wear clothing as long as the clothing allows me to, which means as soon as it starts to look like shit, or smell or feel like shit, then I'll change it. Have you ever done that thing where you turn the socks inside out to get the other side?
They say that as an army thing, but it's not true, because the outside's worse. The outside's the dirty side. It's better just to keep them on than to do that, because it's, especially if you've got like blisters or cuts on your feet, it's like I said, that's the dirty bit. Come on then.
The coffee? No?
We face each other now, like when we go to bed, and cuddle noodles.
What would you call it? We sort of baking tray noodles. We don't spoon, we...
We're facing each other, we're holding hands, got our legs locked.
Yeah, a different sort of cheek to cheek.
Such a good girl, ain't you? You're a good girl.
Hastings won Peer of the Year. It's got nothing on it. I'm going to get passport photos. My picture being taken, I hate it.
Okay, and just once again, straight towards the lens. Excellent. Right, can I have a quick look at this? And you can pick out. So we've got that one.
That one. I already know.
You already know? All right.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just print that for you.
Thank you. All the rest of them look. I look like a little bit of a junkie. It's all right though. I've got a letter from Seaview. It basically says, please accept this letter as proof of identity for Kelly. So I'm going to take this to Lloyd's and explain to them that I'm homeless and I use the Seaview Centre. Give them the letter and hopefully I can set up a bank account. Because then that'll be enough to get things going. I'm not happy. I basically got to go back to Seaview and get 2 words changed on my letter. It says staff team, it's supposed to say key worker. Oh, it's just one thing after another.
We are off to the Military Prep College in Eastbourne, where I have an interview. It's a good idea to do this course because it leaves you with a lot of good qualifications and it looks really good on the CV, to be fair, once you've done it. If I didn't have Nikki around, then I probably wouldn't last very long, to be fair, because like even being in there for 5 minutes when I got back last night, it was just awful. I was just sitting there like, right, fucking now what? I'm just going to put all the cards down on the table, tell them basically everything, just go off the streets, all of that shit. Yeah, just be open with them and see what happens, you know what I mean? Because, yeah.
How are we doing? You doing all right? Where is it? Just found out I'm pregnant, so about a month or two, I think I am. Got 2. Yeah. Yeah, pregnant. Well, that one I did with Lance. Oh, I didn't tell him for 2 days. I don't even know why. Like, I didn't think I was going to be mad, obviously. I don't know. Like...
Thank you. Have a good night. Cheers, mate. It's completely unexpected because we've been together ages and it's just hasn't ever been a worry before. I mean, I know that's stupid, but it hasn't ever. So, like, didn't think that we were... didn't think that it would be easy, you know, thought it was something we'd have to fucking try to do. But turns out not.
We tried for a couple of years and didn't think we could when we was, you know, had our own place, had jobs, like...
Termination's not an option, and, like, ideally we wouldn't... I don't think either of us would be up for, you know, giving the baby away after going through pregnancy and thinking, you know what I mean, having it in mind. Fish and chips. Better save the girl some of this. Hello. Noodles.
What have you got there?
Bit of fish and chips.
Yeah?
You boy.
Nice. Just a bit warm.
Kind of. It's not cold. Well, it is. Anyway, take this off me.
You alright, yeah? It's got a little bit colder, isn't it?
Fucking freezing.
Come on. Noodles. Yeah, there's just a few problems with the dates. So I think I'm about 10, 12 weeks. But I think I told him I was about 8 weeks, 6 weeks.
Hello, I'm ringing to inquire about a flat on Warrior Square. I was just wondering if they accepted housing benefit at all.
I've been banned like from the council for 22 months, was it? 22 months for aggressive behaviour. Just trying to get a point across because apparently I was being racist.